Today, we're going to get into a really significant and, honestly, a deeply personal trend. Why more and more people are making the very conscious choice not to have children. It's a huge shift in how we think about life, and it's absolutely worth digging into.
So, here's what we're going to cover. We'll start by talking about how this is a deliberate choice. Then, we'll dive into the financial reality of it all, look at the freedom factor, touch on some big global concerns, and wrap up with how the very idea of a fulfilling life is being redefined.
Okay, first up, let's just reframe this whole conversation. For so many people now, becoming a parent isn't just the default next step in life. It's no longer an expectation. It's a major decision that's being weighed really, really carefully.
You know, for generations, the question about kids was pretty much always when. But that's changed. For a huge and growing number of people, the question itself is different. It's not a when anymore. It's a very real if. And that simple change from when to if, well, that signals a massive shift in how we think about the path our lives should take.
And this isn't just a hunch. The data is pretty staggering. Check this out. 44% of adults without kids from ages 18 to 49 say it's unlikely they'll ever have them. I mean, that is a huge slice of the population. It tells us this isn't just a handful of personal choices, it's a full-blown societal trend.
All right, next, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, money. The economic side of things is a massive factor here. For a lot of people, this choice isn't just about what they want, it's grounded in the cold, hard financial facts of raising a family in today's world.
For so many, the cost of parenthood feels like staring up at an impossibly steep mountain. And let's be clear, this isn't about not wanting a family. It's about looking at the numbers and making a pragmatic and frankly responsible decision about whether they can truly afford to give a child a secure life.
So what are the specific things creating this financial pressure? Well, you've got the crazy cost of housing for one, then there's childcare, which can cost as much as a mortgage. You're also thinking about college down the road, and all of this is happening while wages for many people just haven't kept up. On top of all that, you have the parenthood penalty, where mothers' incomes often take a hit after having kids. It all adds up to a pretty daunting financial picture.
But hey, it's not all about the bank account. There's another really powerful driver here, and that's the value people are placing on personal freedom and autonomy. It's this desire to build a life that revolves around a different set of priorities, like career, travel, or just personal growth.
This quote just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? It's about a very conscious trade-off. People are choosing to invest their time, their energy, and their money into other life experiences. And you know, this isn't about being selfish, it's really about being self-aware and knowing what truly makes you happy.
So, what does this other path to a fulfilled life actually look like? Well, for many, it's a journey of building a career they're passionate about, maybe going back to school, investing in travel, and just collecting amazing experiences, and putting real energy into their friendships and community. It's a different blueprint for a happy life, but it's every bit as valid.
Now, these really big life decisions, they don't happen in a vacuum, right? If we zoom out a little, you can see how these huge global anxieties are trickling down and directly influencing something as personal as whether or not to start a family.
It really comes down to a deep sense of responsibility. I mean, people look at the world today and see some serious challenges. Climate change, political instability, economic uncertainty, the list goes on. And they're asking themselves a really tough ethical question. Is it fair to bring a child into a world that feels so uncertain? And that brings us to our final section, which might just be the most important one of all. We're in the middle of a massive shift, actively challenging and redefining what it even means to live a complete and fulfilling life. This right here shows that cultural shift in a nutshell. That old school checklist for a good life, marriage, house, kids, stable job, it's being replaced. The focus is moving away from those external things and more toward internal values, like growing as a person, having rich experiences, and leaving a positive impact on your community. And this is so important to remember. Choosing to be child-free does not mean choosing a life without children in it. There's this fantastic concept called allo-parenting. It's all about finding fulfillment by nurturing kids in other ways. Think about it. You can be the amazing aunt or uncle, a dedicated mentor, or that incredible family friend who plays a huge role in a child's life. So, to wrap it all up, these are the big reasons we've walked through. It's not just one thing, it's this complex mix of being thoughtful and deliberate, being realistic about finances, valuing personal freedom, feeling a sense of responsibility for the world, and being part of a generation that's rewriting the rules on what it means to be happy. And we want to end by leaving you with this question to chew on. Because at the end of the day, this whole conversation isn't just about having kids or not having kids. It's about something much bigger. It's about respecting that every single person gets to decide what their own unique, meaningful life looks like.